students, we are back with class 12 Business Studies Chapter 2 Principles of Management. This is our fourth part. We were working with Fayol's Principle of Management in our previous videos, and in which we have worked out first the division of work, in which we divide the work in small tasks and get the benefit of specialization. Second, authority and responsibility, which says authority and responsibility should be balanced for the better working in organization. Then the third, discipline, says the people of all the level in organization should follow rules and regulation, and they need to be self-disciplined. The fourth principle says unity of command. Unity of command say one person should get the command from one boss only, and there should not be any confusion. Then the fifth principle says unity of direction. Unity of direction says that whole organization and its department should work on one plan. And finally, the sixth one, that is the subordination of individual interests for general interests. It means that the person should leave aside his own priority, personal priority, and work for the organizational interest. So this is the thing that we have already covered in our previous videos. In this video, we will work out with the seventh principle, that is remuneration of employees. The employees should get a fair remuneration so that the employees and the owner find equal satisfaction. What does it mean? It means the amount that is being paid in the form of salary, wages, or commission. See, why a person works in any organization, it works for the remuneration. So whatever form he gets in back, it should be such that he is satisfied along with the organization's satisfaction. That means the payment is given as per the capacity of the organization. This actually helps in smooth working environment and harmonious relation in enterprise. See, if the people working there are very satisfied with money that they are getting. See, when person works, he works for the money. That is the priority. Then after he thinks of reputation and other satisfaction. Then that amount is received by him equal to whatever he is working on. Then that satisfaction makes him more devotee towards his work. So I just take an example for it. Suppose in a particular year, because of the sincere efforts of employees, an organization earns more profit than expected, means whatever they have expected. More than that, the profit is being earned because of the efforts of the people working in it. In this case, the management should share this amount with the employees in the form of bonus. See, whenever they get this type of bonuses, this actually motivates the people to keep up with the good work, whatever they were doing. So it becomes a motivation. Even if you are along with this, you are giving the appreciation to that person, that also works as a motivation. So the employee should get both the ways of motivation, financially and non-financially, that we normally call as monetary and non-monetary incentives. We have to keep in mind that the remuneration will depend on the working condition of the employee and the financial strength of an organization. So that's the reason, after the MNCs has entered India, the amount of remuneration has increased a lot. Now even the Indian companies are also paying a good amount of remuneration to the people. Now let's see the positive effects of it. If we go for the positive effect, it creates a harmonious relationship between the management and the workers. See, when the workers are happy with the management, they are going to work good and the management will be happy. So there will be a good relationship between both of them, that is management and the workers. Then their development of spirit of dedication among the employees. See, when they are satisfied, the spirit of dedication towards the organization takes place, right? Then comes the stability. That is a very important thing. in organization and the people works for long. People wants to stay in that organization for long when they are satisfied in all aspects, especially in remuneration part. But just imagine if it is being violated. That is, the organization is not paying to the employees as per what they should get. What will happen? They will have dissatisfaction. They will be demotivated. And when there is no satisfaction, they are demotivated. Which type of work they are going to do? That will not be a beneficiary for an organization. Then there will be increase in labor turnover. Turnover means the labor will start leaving the organization and move to any other organization for the work. That will also create a problem. See, more the people will go, more the people you need for your own organization. New people will be hired. They will take time to get adjusted and then to start working on. So it is really a loss for an organization if people start leaving the organization. Then the third problem is relationship. The employees are not satisfied with the management. They will not have a good relationship with the management. So remuneration of employee is also a very important principle that has to be followed in organization. Now the eighth principle is centralization and decentralization. Centralization basically means concentration of authority at the top level. Means basically the top level people are keeping the decision making power in their hand. Decentralization means disposal of decision making authority to all level of management. Means the decision making power is distributed with authority and responsibility at all level of management. See, here we can see that management, here it is centralized where everyone has to concern the top authority. Here it is decentralized where the power is distributed at middle level and then even at supervisory level also. Right? So what Fayol says is that an organization should have a combination of both as per the size and nature of organization. Not only that, even the ability of subordinate, the experience of superiors, all this should also be kept in mind while deciding about that whether the organization is going to be centralized or decentralized. See, normally when we go for a small organization, when the number of people are less, normally centralization is preferred because it's easy to manage less number of people and limited amount of working. Whereas if the size of organizations go big, then in that case the number of people are more, then in that case it is preferred to have the combination of centralized and decentralized both, as it gives decision making power at the other level also, and because of that the working becomes faster. So if we take an example, suppose if I am taking a small school and a big school. In a small school, the principal is taking care of all the teacher concern because the number of teachers are less, number of students are less, so easily managed. Whereas if I take an example of a big school, the principal will have the HODs of each department who are going to take care of the rest of the teachers who are of particular stream. So that will help the management to work properly and control the situation properly. So let's see what is the positive effect of it. Positive effect is we have quick decision. See, when the decision is the decision making power is given along with the responsibility at all the level, it becomes very fast, and because of that the quick decision gives a good results. Then it reduces the load power of the superior. See, working power load of a superior increases here when it is fully centralized. But if it is decentralized to a certain level, what happens? Superior is somewhere the load is being reduced and they can concentrate on very important things like policy making or planning. Right? So here the positive effect is the load of superior is workload of the superior is reduced. Then the third positive thing is it encourages the subordinates. See, if the middle level management people and the lower level management people also get certain power to take the decision, they get encouraged. Yes, management is also thinking that we are also a part of organization and its managing team. So they get encouraged, and that encouragement actually helps the organization to control the things better. What is the negative effect of its violation? Means if it is not followed as per centralization or decentralization. Delay in decision. If there is a complete centralization in an organization, right, everyone from here has to ask the superior, the top level people, what to do. In that case, there will be delay in decision making, right? And this person will also be overloaded with the work, the top people, all important work and routine work, both they have to handle. So it is going to delay the decision. Then the second is misuse of authority. See, if the complete decentralization is done, then in that case, too much of power is given, and we have already seen in authority and responsibility that if the authority is more than responsibility, what will happen? There is chances of misuse. So here a certain combination is to be made. What is to be centralized? Normally in an organization, planning and policy making is centralized part, whereas the routine work like purchasing, production and all that thing is actually taken by the subordinates, and that should be in decentralized form. So this is how in organization it can be a combination of both as per the ninth principle of Fayol's is scalar chain. Basically, scalar chain is related to the communication system that has to work within an organization. Fayol says that it is a chain of superiors ranging from the highest level of authority to the lowest level of organization. That is, from the top, the orders, the instructions and all the other information moves downward following the chain. That is, from A, the message will go to B, then B will forward it to C and C will forward it to D. So there should be a clear-cut authority from the top to bottom linking all the managers in chain. See, because of this, there is a good clarity about what has to be done till the bottom of the chain. It can be for the other departments also. See, but sometimes it happens that there is a urgency. See, this thing needs time. Suppose D wants to communicate something to A. Now D to C, C to B, B to A. The communication will be there, but all these things needs lot of time. So suppose if C wants to communicate something to M in an urgent form, in that case, it is being provided that they can go for a gangplank. Gangplank, it is a temporary arrangement. It's not a permanent that you can do it always. It's only at the time of urgency between the two employees of different department, so that there is a quick communication and only in the case of urgency. See, to eliminate the drawback of scalar chain. See, scalar chain takes time. So to eliminate that part, gangplank is being provided so that the communication becomes quick in the case of urgency. So just if this scalar chain is followed, what is the positive effects of it in an organization? First thing, there is a flow of orderly information. See, everyone in the chain will know whatever the information is being forwarded from the top authority to the bottom, and whatever the information or whatever the grievances is being given by the bottom to the top. So everyone knows everything. So flow of orderly information is there. Then quick solution of the problem. Because of the gangplank provided, the quick solution is there if there is any problem or any urgency. And because everyone is following, C is senior to D, and suppose D directly talks to B and C is not knowing anything about whatever the problem was, then what will happen? Afterwards, C and D will not have a good relationship because they will feel they are not keeping the clear idea of whatever is happening in organization. So because the scalar chain is followed, there is a better relationship and better respect to each other. Then let's see what is the negative effect of it. It's violation, means if the scalar chain is not there. The foremost thing is will be a communication gap. Just imagine the worker directly talking to the director and the middle people are not knowing anything about it. What will happen? There will be a communication gap created, and that communication gap can lead to a lot of losses to an organization. Then no clarity in authority responsibility relationship, means because if there is no if this chain is not followed, what will happen? Who is authorized and who is responsible to it will not be very clear, right? Then there will be a bitterness in relationship. If someone bypass the senior and moves to the next seniority, what will happen? The person like L and M, they will feel that N is ignoring and trying to be very over smart, and because of that they will have a bitter relationship with the N. So to have a better relationship, good communication in an organization, there should be a proper scalar chain that has to be maintained so that there is no communication gap. This is our 10th principle, that is order. See, according to this principle, Fayol wants to say that everything should have its proper place. So, there should be a place for everything and everyone. That means everything also should have its place, and everyone means the person should also have its own place. Because of that, what it is there is an orderliness in an organization. See, Fayol has divided it into two order, that is material order and social order. When we are keeping the things on right place and at a specific place, tools, materials, equipments, there is no need to search for it. You know, if you think of a tools and you know where you are going to find. So that is material order. When I am saying social order, that is a person where the place is being allotted to him. It can be a cabin, it can be a table. Like if I say where you are going to find your principal, you know very well that in a school where is the principal sir's room. So you can directly go to that place. You don't have to keep on searching for the room, because it is at a specific place where you are going to find your principal sir. So this orderliness create a systematic working in an organization. This systematic working helps an organization to work better in less of time and use the proper all the resources that are available, right? So take an example. Even when you are at your home, or I say take an example of an organization itself, when you want to find where is a foreman, you directly know that in the production department there will be a proper table or office allotted to a foreman, and there you will find that person. So this will reduce the time of searching and there will be no wasteful moments. So the man and material will be properly utilized. Let's see the positive effect of order. First is the optimum utilization of resources. Because everything has a specific place, you don't have to search for it again here and there. And because you're finding everything on place, you are not wasting it. You are using every resources that is available. Then second is no time loss. If you keep on searching anything, you will have a time loss, and that time is equal to money. So you will have a money loss itself. So because of proper order, you don't have a time loss. Then the third is better discipline. Because everything is systematic, then what will happen? There is a discipline seen at working place also. There is no accidents, there is no chaos. Everything will be okay. Then what will happen if it's violated? That means if orderliness is not followed, what will happen is underutilization of resources. The resources will not be used properly. They will be underutilized. See, a person may pick up some material and leave it at other place. Now, after a while, the other person needs the same material. He will keep on searching for it. What will happen? There will be a time loss. So, time wastage will be there, right? Then misuse of resources. Now the person was not finding that material. What he will do? He will go back to that place where the rest of the new lot was kept. He will take it out from there, the new one, and what will happen? The old one will be wasted, right? And there will be a problem of discipline, because there is no system that is involved here, there is no place involved here, a lot of time is being wasted. So automatically there will be a problem of discipline that has to be maintained. So order, that is this principles needs to be followed, whether it's at working place or at home. You can even think about your home. If your room is systematic, what your mom says, that have a systematic room, it is because you will not waste your time searching for the things, and you will be able to utilize that time for other activities. So, order principle is very important.